I know that many of you spouses, you work together as a team, and that's wonderful. You know that the divorce rate is much lower among couples that work together. Also a higher rate of murder. My wife and I worked together shortly after we got married. We had a conflict over the books, the accounting. She was handling the books. She wanted to handle the books her way. I wanted to handle the books my way. I said, listen, what we're arguing over here is not accounting, not money. We're arguing over pronunciation. She said, what are you talking about? We're arguing over accounting. I said, no, we're not. We're arguing over pronunciation. I said, I want you to repeat after me. Say E. She said E. I said, say She said I said, say E. She said E. I said, say She said I said, now we have an understanding. Employee, employer. I didn't see my wife for 2 days. And when the swelling went down, I began to see her just a little bit out of this eye. But why do we do it? It's as though we save the most vindictive aspect of our nature for those people that we love the most. It's as though we're always going on a safari hunting for the faults of our spouse. You see, all of us in here, we have a tremendous power. We can make our loved ones feel about that small if we want to, or we can make them feel about that tall. You know, these conflicts happen, they happen in the very, very best of marriages. Just last night, Bob, Harold, and Jerry got in an argument. Bob said, honey, if we have half an hour to get dressed, it takes you 45 minutes. If we have an hour to get dressed, it takes you an hour and 15 minutes. He said, just once, I wish you'd get ready in the same amount of time that I do. She said, I can get ready in half the time you do if I wanted to look like you do. I've never seen a study to validate it, but I'm convinced there's a direct correlation between healthy work environments, home environments, and the amount of laughter that occurs. Did you know that laughing is literally one of the healthiest things you can do for yourself? When you laugh, it increases your red blood cell count. The tears that come from laughter are of a different chemical composition than those that come from crying. Laughing is literally one of the healthiest things you can do for yourself, second to making love to your spouse. Notice I said spouse. Adulterous affairs can create feelings of anxiety, which can manifest themselves in ill health, and you can get shot. So that means if you really, really want to be healthy, when you make love to your spouse, laugh. To show each other as much respect as possible, especially those with whom we have conflicts. And number two, if we don't learn to be more willing to laugh and laugh at ourselves, then this nation is going to dissolve in a cesspool of anger, bitterness, class, social, ethnic, and gender hatred. Laughter is the thing that we do to let people know our hearts at home. And I'm not saying you have to succeed in your home life to succeed in your profession. But I will tell you this, if we have a loving, rejuvenating environment at home, it will help us to more effectively deal with the frustrations that the best job in the world occasionally throws our way. And I know what hard workers you folks are. And I pride myself of being a very hard worker. But I'm also convinced of this, that if we exhaust all of our energies trying to climb that ladder of success, we might find that when we get to the top, it was leaning against the wrong wall.